Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Itaconix CEO John Shaw. John, very good to speak with you. And you're recently out with your half-year results, and you've reiterated your financial targets for 2024 in terms of revenue and gross margin, because it looks like you had a pretty positive first half.
We did have a very positive first half, given the decisions we made back in March and April about a major account in terms of diversifying our revenues and increasing our profit margins. So despite that, we still hit $2.8 million in revenue versus $4 million in the first half of 2023. But more importantly, because of the decisions we've made, we've gotten our gross profit margins up to 38% in the first half versus 28% in the first half of 2023, and even 31% in the second half of 2023. So it's great when you run the math on the lower revenues. We actually had the pretty much the same amount of absolute gross profit in the first half of this year as we did in the previous year. So we've actually think we've made a very positive move in terms of improving our future as a company.
And you've diversified your revenue base, John. So you have new accounts in Europe for your dish detergent, sustainable leather, and also mineral processing. And you've also launched a number of new products. So to take us through some of those.
Yes, so Europe is going very well for us. We had a good first half overall in Europe. Europe's going to grow substantially more for us in the second half. An important element in that is we do have a new customer in the southern part of Europe that's working on launching a new automatic dish detergent gel, which is a novel product for us. I think it's the first large-scale automatic dish detergent gel we've been in anywhere. And on top of that, outside of cleaning, we added a significant new sustainable leather customer, and we've actually diversified into mineral processing with a major mineral processor. Those have started small. It follows our land and expand strategy, where we get some initial revenues the first year, and then over the next few years, it continues to progress. Important in terms of expanding our revenue base are the regulatory approvals that we have now in South Korea, China, Australia, and New Zealand. That gives a very good footprint now for our be able to go global with most, if not all, of our products on it. So it's actually a very positive first half in terms of it. And we did launch 2 new products, an advance in our automatic dish detergent polymer. Itaconix TSI 422 came out. It offers even better performance than our current one, allows it's more cost effective, allows even more compact formulations. We'll actually have some even more compact formulations coming out in the second half that we've worked with some customers on. And then we now have a dry form of our zinc polyitaconic odor neutralizer, so we can particularly targeting laundry additives where odor neutralization is an important area. So actually very positive. Obviously, we don't like having a down revenue period, but when you look at the entire context of what we've done, I think we're entering the second half in a very good position.
And you have reiterated your guidance, as I mentioned, of revenue of $6 to $6.5 million and a gross profit margin of 36% for the year, John. So take us through how the second half's looking so far and how you aim to get to those targets.
Yes, we do maintain our guidance. I think it's 6 to 6.5 million in revenues. You just run the math of 2.8 million, in the first half. So we're projecting significant growth in the second half. A lot of it from accounts that have started in the first half. Some initial shipments in May and in June. They're going to turn into some solid, steady monthly deliveries in the second half. Continued growth in Europe in the second half. So when you run the math, we're expecting a very good second half. But even more important than that is that we continue to rebuild our project pipeline with new customer projects. So what I'm probably most excited about is how I think we're going to exit the end of the year and looking at the first half of next year, of really kind of completing the transformation that we began in March and April to diversify with more profitable business and restore, get back to the revenue pace that we were at before.
Any new products in the pipeline, John?
We continue to work on a number of areas. I think the most important progress we're making is with our super absorbent. It's been an area of focus for us for a couple of years. I think, as I've mentioned in the past, our absorption capacity was a little bit below what the incumbent polymers were. So we've continued to develop a super absorbent that has an equal capacity for absorbing water. And I think we're there. We now have to go back and do some process optimization and scale up to be able to get that done. We hope by the end of the year we'll have some more specifics to be able to disclose on that. But I'm very pleased with the progress that we're making.
Well, John, I hope you'll keep us updated with any new developments. Thank you very much for the update today, though.
Thank you very much. We look forward to talking to you when our insurance come out.
Likewise, that's Itaconix CEO John Shaw.